Mr. Poirier, how are you?
Good, man. Good to be here.
Great to have you here in Windsor. First off, ahead of your fight, UFC 242, Abu Dhabi, you face Khabib Nurmagomedov to unify your interim belt with Khabib's undisputed belt. I want to ask about your status as champion. We've seen in a lot of other feuds, Jones-Cormier, Aldo Connor, Whittaker, Adesanya, debate about who considers themselves to be the real champion. As the interim champion, where do you find yourself fall in the landscape of the best lightweight in the world today?
I'm a world champion. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I'm the interim world champion. This is a piece of the world title. We're going to unify it, like you said, in September 7th. I beat a current world champion for this belt. He beat a top 15 guy for his.
So you consider yourself to be the undisputed world champion right now?
We're both world champions. He's the undisputed world champion, but this is a world championship too.
So we're just less than 2 months out from your fight. How do you feel in terms of your preparation?
I feel great. We're 8 weeks out exactly tonight. So I'll be fighting in exactly 8 weeks. I'm excited. I've been in camp for 2 weeks now. It's going to be a 10-week training camp. Fly back tomorrow morning, get right back to camp Monday, and put in the work. It's another title fight, another main event. Let's go.
And it's interesting when we consider that we're talking today of all days, because just last week there was another high-profile fight which saw Jorge Masvidal, who many look at as he can knock out anybody on any given night, against a guy like Ben Askren, who will use his ground game to neutralize the striking game of his opponent. Same narrative with your fight. Do you see any inspiration from last week's performance?
I mean, I'm motivated and inspired. I've been fighting long enough. This is going to be my 41st fight. I know anything could happen in there. I don't necessarily need things like that to happen while I'm in training camp to be motivated or inspired. Jorge's a good buddy of mine. We train together. I had dinner with him the night before that fight. I was out in Vegas. He told me he was going to start the fight with a flying knee, and he followed through. Fastest knockout in UFC history, amazing. But like I said, man, I'm always motivated. I'm always inspired to be the best I can be, to provide for my family, to unify the belts, to make history, to leave a legacy. I don't need to see guys who I'm friends with finish fights quick to get me motivated, man. I want to be the best.
In terms of new tools or new techniques we might see from you at UFC 242, what can fans expect?
They can expect the same Dustin, the guy who goes in there and walks forward and tries to hurt you, tries to damage you, tries to put you away. A guy who leaves it all in there, who busts his ass in preparation and goes out there to sacrifice himself and leave it all out there. I'm not scared of that. That's what I am. That's what fighting is to me. You're going to see the undisputed world champion. That's what you're going to see.
You now hold 2 victories over Max Holloway. Assuming you get past Khabib at UFC 242, where is your future heading? Do you consider yourself perhaps going back down to featherweight to perhaps take his belt? We might see a 2-weight world champion in Dustin Poirier. What are your plans?
Nah, I'll go up if anything. I'll never fight at 145 again. Yeah.
Just the weight cut was too hard?
55 is not easy anymore either.
Throughout Khabib Nurmagomedov's career, there's been a lot of concerns about him pulling out of fights, especially last minute. Heading into Abu Dhabi, do you have those concerns for your fight?
No, I don't even think about stuff like that. I'm positive, man. Positive vibes only in 2019, 2020, 2021. Moving forward, positivity only. That's negativity. I don't think like that. Just like when I drive away from here, I don't think I'm going to get in a head-on collision. I just don't think like that. You don't do that. I'm getting on a plane in the morning. It's not going down. I don't think like that. I prepare for the best version of myself. I expect him to show up. I prepare for the best version of him, and we're going to fight, man.